Some of us live without knowing what is life. It is by far from the most basic unit of our body to make us live. In this video, you will learn the basic components of life. What is life? According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, life is the ability to grow or change that separates plants and animals from things like water or rocks. Life is a period of time when a person is alive or the person experience of being alive. One way to define life is its basic components. The cell is the basic unit of life. Every organism or living individual consists of one or more cells. It all starts from an atom, which is the smallest chemical unit of a type of element. Then molecule, a group or joined atoms. Then organelles, a mini organ, a membrane-bounded structure that has a specific function within the cell. Then cell, the fundamental unit of life. Then tissue, a collection of specialized cells that function in a coordinate and carry out specific functions. Then organ systems, in which organ connected physically or chemically that function together. Then lastly, organism, a single individual. Life requires energy. Inside each cell, countless chemical reactions sustain life. These reactions collectively allow organisms to acquire and use energy and nutrients to build new structures, repair old ones, and reproduce. Organisms divide into broad categories. It is producers, consumers, and decomposers. Producers, also called autotrophs, make their own food by extracting energy and nutrients from non-living sources. The most familiar producers are the plants that captures light energy from the sun. Consumers, also called heterotrophs, obtain their energy and nutrients by eating other organisms. Examples of consumers are insects, animals, and humans. Decomposers are heterotrophs that absorbs energy and nutrients from waste or dead organisms. Fungi and many bacteria are examples of decomposers. Energy transfers are never 100% efficient. Some energy is always lost in the form of heat because no organism can use it as an energy source. Heat represents a permanent loss from the cycle of life. All ecosystems therefore depend on a continuous stream of energy from an outside source, usually the sun. Life maintains internal constancy. A cell must maintain a certain temperature. It will die if it becomes too cold or too hot. Homeostasis is a process by which a cell or organism maintain this state of internal constancy or equilibrium. Example, you as a human must maintain your internal temperature at about 37 degrees Celsius. Life reproduces itself, grows, and develops. Organisms reproduce, making other individuals that are similar to themselves. Reproduction transmits DNA from generation to generation. This genetic information defines the inherited characteristics the offspring. Reproduction occurs in two basic ways, asexually and sexually. In asexual reproduction, genetic information comes from only one parent. All offspring are virtually identical. One-celled organisms, such as bacteria, reproduce asexually by doubling and then dividing the content of the cell. In sexual reproduction, genetic material from two parent individuals unite to form an offspring, which has a new combination of inherited traits. By mixing genes at each generation, sexual reproduction results in tremendous diversity in the population. It must grow and develop to adulthood in order to reproduce. Life evolves. Adaptation is an inherent characteristic or behavior that enables an organism to survive and reproduce successfully in its environment. Populations produce many more offspring than will survive and reproduce. These organisms must compete for limited resources such as food and habitat. No organism is exactly the same as any other. Genetic mutation changes in an organism's DNA sequence generate variability in all organisms, even those that reproduce sexually. Natural selection is the enhanced reproductive success of certain individuals from a population based on inherited characteristics. Natural selection is one mechanism of evolution, which is a change in the genetic makeup of a population over multiple generations. Although evolution can also occur in other ways, natural selection is the mechanism that selects for adaptations.